Good morning. Welcome to day 6 of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 3, and oh my, I had a few beers last night, definitely. I can feel it. Anyway, right, good morning. The time is 20 past 5 in the morning currently. I've been up for 20 minutes just getting myself sort of organised and the coffee on the go. You know, that's the important thing. Gotta get the coffee on the go first thing. Before anything else, get the coffee made. Right, yes, it's 20 past 5 in the morning on Thursday the 16th of March, I think it is. Not that I'm really caring actually. Time has no meaning on the rivers. Yeah, it's day 6. We're up at this early because we're going to try to make our passage back north today. We're going to go back into the Northern Broads. Low tide, well I should say slack water across Breydon is due at 7:06. I think it's due, slack water, but sunrise is due about 6 o'clock. So yeah, we might get to Breydon Water just as the tide is starting to come in, but that's okay because it'll give us a good push up once we turn at Great Yarmouth up into the Northern Broads. So yeah, it's a beautiful, well, it looks like it's going to be a beautiful morning, a beautiful start to the day. Hold on a second, I'll take you out. Listen to this. Can you hear that? I don't know if you can see me. It's obviously quite dark here, but you hear that chorus? They're going nuts here. It's actually really nice. I actually sat out here for about 10 minutes when I unlocked the door. Let me just bring you back in though. Right, you can probably see me better now. Yeah, it's beautiful listening to that dawn chorus this morning. It was really still and calm. It was actually a wonderful day yesterday. Last night, you know, it was a clear sky. I sat out on the front listening to a little soft, gentle music last night, and I just looked at the stars. Okay, there's lights a lot, you know. I mean, you got private houses on the other side of the stay, you know, and they've got these lights and lights from London as well. But it was still sort of dark enough just in this area here that I could really see a good starry sky last night, and it was beautiful. Very clear, very clear. So yeah, it's turned into a wonderful day yesterday, and here's hoping today stays like that. Although according to some weather reports it's supposed to change later today, hence the reason why we're going back north today. I don't want to be down here when the weather changes, if it is going to change as bad as what they are saying. So yes, I'm just going to get myself organised. Oh, I would say as well, you know, I had that sort of concern about the rail of the boat. It was fine. It was fine. There was no problems whatsoever last night. No issues, or if there was an issue, I didn't see it, and so it didn't happen. But I checked on my ropes. I kept checking my ropes and everything like that, and yeah, everything was fine. So I've not drifted away. I've not hit anything. So yes, I'm not sure if I'm securing the boat correctly. But I'm certainly securing it somehow, so I suppose as long as you stay put, any securing of a boat is okay. Well, I think so. think so. I told you, I'm no expert. I'm just on holiday, you know. I'm just bringing you on holiday. That's the whole point of these adventures, definitely. Anyway, I'm away to go and get myself organised. The sun's coming up very nicely, so I'll go for now, and yeah, I shall probably speak to you once we're heading on back down the River Chet. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Okay, just a little update for you. We are on our way, and once again the River Chet has done its most amazing beauty first thing in the morning. It is absolutely incredible, this river. I mean, I thought last year was amazing, and it really was. I mean, I don't think anything will top last year's journey back up the River Chet, but this morning is turning into another beautiful, blue, gorgeous, calm, serene cruise down this river. So yeah, I love these early morning cruises. I mean, it's just so calm, so peaceful, and I know it's not everybody's cup of tea getting up, you know, at silly o'clock in the morning to go for just to go for a wee cruise up the river, but everybody should do it at least once, and preferably at least once every time you come on holiday, because it's just so bloody beautiful. Right, the time, anyway, let's not waffle on too much about this incredible scenery at the moment. The time is currently, it's knocking on 7:10. We are running a wee bit later than planned this morning. I had hoped to leave at 6 o'clock, but I didn't actually leave until about 6:30, 25 to 7. And that's because, and I was getting myself all ready, I just happened to end up chatting with Andy. Andy, his name was, from he was on Swan Renown from Richardson's. He came down last night, and moored on quite late at the other end of the stay there, and he was obviously out enjoying the early morning sunrise as well with his cup of coffee, and I went down and had a wee chat, and we ended up having a good wee natter, damn near an hour long, and it was great. So Andy from Swan Renown, just giving you a wee shout out there, like I said I would. You're now famous on YouTube. So yes, it was a good chat with him, and we reminisced about all our various boating adventures and mishaps and what have you, and yeah, very good, very good. So yeah, but that ended up that obviously I was a wee bit later in leaving, but that's alright, we'll still make Breydon Water in plenty time. Like I say, we'll probably end up going against the current once we get out back onto the River but we knew that was going to happen anyway. But once we get across Breydon, which should hopefully be a lot calmer this time than it was on Tuesday, once we turn at the yellow post and start heading back up the Bure, is it the Bure? I'm pretty sure it's the Bure, back into the Northern Broads. We will have that will be pushed along by the incoming tide, so yeah, that's good. So everything is going well. I'm just enjoying the morning cruise, listening to a little gentle music, and yes, just wanted to give you a wee update, and yeah, so until later, I will keep you updated with how the journey goes. I've still no idea exactly where my final destination is today. I've not actually decided that. Actually, I never even thought about it. All I really thought about was I need to go back into the Northern Broads, so I have no idea where I'm going, what I'm doing, or anything at all. But yeah, as soon as I know, I'll let you know. So until later, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Just a little update for you. Yeah, we are on Breydon Water and we're making the crossing. We came up the River Chet, turned right onto the Yare, went through Reedham, turned left just before the new cut and straight on up and onto Breydon Water. And I must say it's still a wee bit sort of slight wavy, but it's nowhere near as bad as Tuesday, which I'm quite glad about because that was just a little bit scary to begin with. I was beginning to think I'd made a bit of a mistake coming across Breydon Water Tuesday morning, but it all calmed down eventually. So yeah, but I just wanted to say is that I know for people making the passage across Breydon Water, it can be a wee bit daunting, you know. I mean, it's a very large expanse of water, you know, and let's face it, it's the closest you will get to open water motoring on the Broads, at least in my opinion. It's nothing really to be scared about the crossing, as long as you're careful, you know, as long as you plan your crossing properly, you know. Make sure that you come down here as close to low tide or slack water as possible. Make sure you've got plenty of room in order to get under the bridges. Pay attention to the height markers and the height of your boat. And when making the crossing across Breydon Water, there's two things to remember. One thing, and this is vital, if you've never been across Breydon Water, okay, and you're coming down for the first time, it's absolutely vital that you stick between the marker posts. They're lined all the way along the passage. You've got green on one side, currently out my port side, which is my left because I'm heading towards Great Yarmouth, and you've got red posts on the starboard side. But as long as you stay between the green and the red marker posts, do not go out them, do not try to cut a corner, because it might look like it's all open water, but you go out those posts and it gets very shallow very quickly and you will run aground. And there have been many photos and many instances of, usually the hire craft, of people cutting a post, just one post to cut a corner, and they run aground, and that's their holiday. Buggered, ruined. So yeah, it's really not something you should do ever. But stay between the posts, and it's a wide channel, you know, so there's plenty of room to manoeuvre, you know, and pass other boats and everything like that. So you don't have a problem, just stay between the posts, and as long as you stay between the posts, you make the crossing, no problems. The other thing to remember about Breydon Water is that there's no speed limits on it. So one of the fun things to do is to come down here and actually open up the taps and actually see, go across as fast as you can and have fun. So yeah, that's basically Breydon Water though. I mean, and if you want to make the passage between the north to the south, you know, do it, you know, because okay, I mean, it's a long slog sometimes, especially once you get across Breydon Water, you get that sort of no man's land that I was talking about, you know. It can seem to always go on forever, and it's like, oh my god, when are we getting there? Are we there yet? But get by it, and there is a lot of beauty down there, and a lot of great places to visit, and yeah, it's definitely, I just love going down to the southern, even if it's for one night, 2 night, whatever, you know. I always like to just make a quick wee visit down into the Southern Broads, because it is an enjoyable wee journey, you know. It's a proper cruise. But yeah, so I just wanted to share that. That's us at Breydon. Try it, you know, have fun, just be prepared, you know, look at your tide tables, you know, plan your journey. If you need to get up a wee bit early, you know, do so, you know. Don't leave it till the last minute to make the crossing, because after Great Yarmouth, you could moor at Burney Arms, I think, just as you come off, but there's a very high tidal flow there. But yeah, just make the crossing and have fun and enjoy it. And I would highly recommend it. Don't be afraid to try it. Don't be put off. Just do your homework, be prepared, and stick between the marker posts. Green on one side, red on the other. You know, if you're going down the way, you'll find the reds on the left and the greens on the right. Other way, greens on the left. So just stay between the posts and you're fine. You get across, no problems. Anyway, the day is remarkably beautiful again. The sun is out shining, the skies are blue, you know, the winds, there's a slight breeze, you know, it's not like a flat calm crossing, but it's an enjoyable, it's another beautiful, glorious, wonderful day. The time is currently 5 to 9. I think I'm running about, probably about an hour behind at the moment. But yeah, I think the tide is coming in, because I'm not making very fast progress across Breydon Water, even at full throttle. So yeah, it's not an uber powerful boat, this. which is okay. I mean, it's good enough for the river, isn't it? It's not really designed to be very fast, but yeah, when you've got a strong current coming against you at Breydon, yeah, I'm doing about 5 miles an hour, which is perfectly fine, perfectly fine. I'm not sort of crawling along, I'm not stopped or anything like that, but yeah, it's a slower passage than I usually make when I come down here, but it just gives me time to enjoy the cruise just that little bit more, you know. I've still no idea where I'm going or what I'm doing. I haven't really thought about it. I did think what I might do is I might stop at Acle on the way back, and I might do that just pure, I don't know, stop, get a shower, change, freshen up, you know, shave, you know. So I might do that at Acle. Yeah, I'll obviously take the opportunity to top up the water. But after that, I've really no idea. I did think about rather than going out to a pub or eating out again, because let's face it, I have eaten out every single night, you know, with, you know, good food and even better beers. So I thought I would maybe just get a takeaway tonight, you know. And before you say anything, okay, I'm on holiday, alright? I don't eat like this when I'm at home, you know, but a fine, strapping, expanding frontier figure like mine, you know, needs to eat the good food when he's on holiday. So why the hell not, you know, why the hell not? Which, yeah, so I was thinking of maybe getting a takeaway tonight, and I was thinking maybe a Chinese, you know, I've not had a Chinese in a wee while, why the hell not have a Chinese? Yeah, I was thinking about that, but that means that, you know, if I want to do that, I don't think I can go to Horning, because I know there's a Chinese in Horning, but I don't think it's open just now. I think that's open at the end of March. I don't know if they're refurbishment or off-season or whatever. But there is a Chinese I could moor at Ramworth or South Walsham, and there's a Chinese down that area, I do believe. But if I moor at Ramworth, then that means that Lamolt's pub is going to call to me again, because I really enjoyed their food and their beer when I was there on Sunday. It's like, oh no! So I have no idea. I honestly don't know what I'm doing, where I'm going, or what I'm eating. So, but I think I'll stop at Acle and I'll have a freshen up, and that'll give me time to decide what's what, you know. But yeah, so that's where I've been, that's where I am, and that's where I'm going, Acle, at the moment. That might change, but that's where I'm heading to for just now. So yeah, so I will keep you updated as things progress, but until now, I'm just getting ready to make the turn into the bridges, so I'll speak to you later. Until then, see you soon. Bye for now.
Taking on the water, diesel and stores, laying up a while before I'm back on board. They're patching her up to go fishing again, welding her rudder, scrubbing her keel. Scars on her belly need time to heal. In the dark, the trawler man, I know all the people, there's nobody new. Soon we'll be leaving with the same old crew on the greener water, a tumbling sea. Ain't running like the good old days, time's just slipping down the old slip way I need a guiding light to keep me from foundering on the rocks. My only prayer is just to see you there at the end of my wandering back in the dark. I could use a layoff, getting my strength back, but there's a loan to pay off and a few skipjack. So it's a turn around back in the southerly wind, Pirates coming in to steal our gold. You can count yourself lucky with a profit in the hole in the dark. When we come in, dark as the night, and I need a guiding light to keep me from foundering on the rock. My only prayer is just to see there at the end of my wandering back in the dark.
Scream of her engine, I only dream in ruby red. dying, but buddy, it's the same for you. But you may as well be gone already if you say dreams can't come true. There's been good times, there's been bad, but I still love the show. Yeah, I come so far, I know, but I still got so far to go. Yeah, I come so far, but I still got so far to go. Yeah, I come so far, but I still got so far to go. Still got so far to go.
Okay, just a wee update for you. I'm at Acle. Yes, I am. I am at Acle. The day has been really nice in that the sun has stayed out. However, the wind's picked up, and it's really picked up. It's very strong, very strong. Well, when I say very strong, it's the strongest it's been all week, which made it made my mooring at Acle quite challenging, because it was the first time I was having to deal with a strong wind that was blowing me off the bank by myself. Yeah, it was not too bad, not too bad. If I've included a little footage of me attempting my first high crosswind mooring, you'll see that I did manage it. It may not have been perfect, but I got in here, and I'm well tied up and well secured. The plan was to get a shower, freshen up, and then continue on down the river. I wasn't planning on staying here at Acle. However, the Norfolk Broad celebrity, if he can be called that, is currently on the Broads as well this week. He is in Brink's Serenade, the London Rascal. He is called. He runs a YouTube channel called The Captain's Blog, and he is the definitive guide for all things totally professional about cruising on the Norfolk Broads, and he is actually moored outside the Acle Bridge Inn. Now, I've never met the London Rascal in person, but it would be lovely to go in and share a pint with him, or at least buy him a pint, because he is the one guy that really gave me a lot of confidence through his YouTube videos to explore more of the Norfolk Broads, particularly the southern part. If it wasn't for his videos, it would have been a very different, more nerve-wracking experience. So yes, if you ever want to watch, I'm sure if you're watching this, you probably already know about the Captain's Blog, but he is the definitive guide to go to. And if the Norfolk Broads has a celebrity, he is it. Yes, I gave him a wee toot, I gave him a wee hi. If you do actually end up watching this, Rascal, hello. It was nice as I passed you, but I don't know, I mean, just sort of turning up and say, hey, hi, how you doing, can I buy you a pint, you know, I don't know if that would be infringing upon his time on the Norfolk Broads. He might just be wanting some peace and quiet and all that. So it was nice to see him out, but I would have really liked to have bumped into him elsewhere on a more social situation, but I don't think I'm going to go and pester them. But it was good to see him, and he seems to be hiring a very good boat, a very nice looking boat. I believe it's a brand new boat. He might even be the first hirer of it. Hopefully he's doing his own sort of captain's blog on his wee journey this week, so I look forward to seeing that later. Certainly far more professional, polished and informative than my mundane tipsy ramblings at times. So yes, I'm here at Acle, and I've still no idea what I'm going to do or where I'm going to go, but it is, as you can see, you can probably hear the wind kicking up straight away on the microphone. That's why I was doing it outside. Yes, very, very windy, and like I say, the wind is blowing the boat off the bank, so it was very challenging mooring on here. I'll just go back in here out the wind so you can hear me. So yeah, I'm here. It was a very pleasant cruise up the river. Breydon Water wasn't too choppy at all. Not flat calm, but not too choppy. And yeah, it was wonderful until that wind really started picking up. I don't know if it's going to die down later, or if that's the wind in front of a storm that I believe is coming this weekend. I don't know. So anyway, I babbled on enough. The time is currently 11:10. Oh wow, so I've near enough 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours? Yeah, just a nice gentle sedate wee cruise up the river. So I'm going to go away. I'm going to go and have a shower, freshen up, and then decide exactly what I'm going to do or where I'm going to go. Am I going to go further up the river? Am I going to spend here? Because let's face it, the bridge end, it's tempting for that food there. It is tempting, but 11:10, it's still a bit early to be, you know, it's still a bit early, you know, in the day. I don't think I'm quite ready to end my cruising day yet. But I am back on the Northern Broads, so wherever I do decide to go, it'll only be for another couple of hours at best. So yeah, until later, I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Okay, just a little update for you. That is me all showered and organised. Oh, and I've even topped up my water tanks. So yeah, I'm all set, and oh, actually I think I'll just shut that back over at the moment. It's actually quite warm outside. It's not too chilly a breeze, but it is very strong. I can actually see my ropes are torn, just trying with the wind pulling the boat away. So I got in here, so it's going to be interesting leaving. Not so much leaving once I'm on board. It's more sort of getting back on board before the boat leaves without me. So yes, yeah, I'm all organised. The London Rascal, he actually set off shortly after I finished my last wee talkie bit. So he's obviously going further up north and wandering around the rivers, so maybe I will get an opportunity to bump into him again later and actually buy him that pint that he deserves, because he is a spot on guy. Well, at least his vlogs, you know, so yeah. Anyway, that's beside the point. I'm rambling on a wee bit. I'm all set, I'm all organised. I've no idea what I'm going to do though. I'm thinking I might go to Ranworth. Have a wee look at Ramworth, and then I might then, if I can't get in, I've then got plenty of time to maybe go to Horning or something like that. I'm obviously going to go up the river and tomorrow, so I don't really want to go up there today. And I went up to Portaheim, and I could go to London Village. I don't know. I had it all planned, and now I'm changing my mind. You know, I was thinking about a takeaway, but now I'm thinking, pub and beer. Oh my goodness. Anyway, yes, everything is fine, spot on. I'm all set to get myself back on the river. Nothing like a good refreshing shower just to invigorate you a wee bit and get you second wind and get ready to get back up the back to cruising. Oh, lovely. Right, but I'm not going to ramble on too much. I've probably rambled on a wee bit too much today already, so I'll catch you later, and I shall yeah, I will keep you updated with what happens, and as soon as I know exactly where I'm going, or maybe more a case of oh, I'm here, you know, I'll just cruise on the river and I'll see a spot and I'll go, I'm here, that's it. That's as far as we're going to go today, you know. So yeah, I've no idea, but until when I do know, you'll know. Okay, so until later, I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye. Okay, we are back on the way. Right, that was very interesting trying to leave that mooring, and I must admit, I mean, it's the first time I've ever tried to moor in sort of a high sort of crosswind, where you know, by myself, where the boat is blowing, where the wind is actually blowing the boat quite strongly away from the bank. And yeah, I seem to come in and moor up with relative ease, but the one thing I thought would be easy turned out to be harder, and that's actually pulling away from the bank, because the minute I loosened my ropes, the wind just grabbed the boat and just started to pull. But obviously she's 35 foot long. I've got one rope up there and one rope back there. So if I loosened the stern rope, the back started to go. I was like, alright, pull it back in, tie it off. But the minute I let the front loosened off, the front started to go. So I was like, alright. So yeah, very much a learning experience. I got it, I did get it. What I did is I loosened off the, I just coiled the stern rope around the post, and then I coiled the bow rope around the post. I never thought to actually try the middle post, putting one of the ropes or both the ropes around the middle post. I could always try that next time. But yeah, so basically I just coiled them so that it was just a case of grab the rope, uncoil, whack it onto the boat, and then run and uncoil the other and get on the boat. But I was surprised, I mean, it did surprise me at how fast the boat started to pull away from the bank once I did that. I got on board, but I wasn't really too comfortable with just how, you know, the gap that was rapidly coming away. So I may need to practice that a wee bit more, but this is what it's all about. It's all about learning, it's all about experience, it's all about finding your way. As long as you're safe and you don't end up in the drink, that's the main thing, you know, don't take any chances. I know that when I moored up, I forgot to put the life jacket on. I put my hands up and say, yeah, when I moored up I forgot to put the life jacket on, but I put the life jacket on when I was coming away, so, and I'm quite glad I did, because like I say, it turned out to be actually quite harder to pull away. And then of course, you know, I didn't have time to sort of tidy up the ropes, because with the force of the wind, I mean, just standing on the side of the boat, you know, coming around, you know, I was out in the middle of the river, you know, by the time I got back into the helm seat, and I was like, oh. So yeah, very, very, I don't know if that's, it feels like a strong, stiff wind, so a proper wind, not a breeze, it's a proper wind out there. So yeah, it's all a learning experience. and I am learning, you know, I'm getting the experience. It's the difference between knowledge and experience, you know. I know what to do, well, when I first started solo helming. I knew what to do, I just needed the experience, and I'm really glad that I had a few days of calm weather, you know, calm winds, you know, to get used to manoeuvring and mooring the boat by myself, so that I've got a better understanding now that the weather is, you know, now that the winds are stronger, you know. There was a couple down at Acle. I didn't catch the name of your boat, I'm sorry, you know, but they had obviously moored up, and they were heading to what I think they were going to the bridge in, and they asked me if they would, if I would like some assistance. I was going to say please, you know, it would be very helpful just to hang on to the stern while I get the bow, but I thought no, I've got to learn to do this myself. Jump in with both feet, you know, you've got to learn to do it yourself. So thank you. If you, should you be watching this, whoever you are, you'll know who I am. Yes, thank you for your kind offer. It was very kind and grateful that you did offer me, but I needed to learn, I needed to figure it out by myself. So thank you, but well, it was something I needed to do by myself, so that is why I refused your help. However, anyway, we're on the Bure, we're heading on up the river. I'm going to, I think I am going to head to Ranworth. I'm going to go and have a wee look at Ranworth. Let's have a wee look at Ranworth, see what state it's in, see what the situation on the moorings are. I did think about going, trying that London Wroxham Island. I did think about trying Wroxham Island because I did like that idea as well, spending a night on Wroxham Island. But no, I'm in the mood for beer on this adventure. This adventure is going to be about my quest for beer. Yes, the search for beer. That is what this adventure is going to be about. I like my beer, you know. I don't drink too much of it, you know, and because of the nature of my job, you know, I don't really drink much at all back home. So given the opportunity, yes, let's go and have some beer. But I am sensible. I only have about 3 or 4 pints, you know, which probably is a wee bit too much, you know, but what the hell, I'm on holiday, you know. Anyway, I'm rambling on a wee bit now, so I shall stop rambling and get on with the adventure. Where we're going, what we're doing, well, like I say, we'll head towards Ramworth, we'll take a look, and if there's nothing at Ramworth, maybe we will end up the River Ant, maybe we will end up in Horning, maybe we will go, oh, there's a wee place now, what is it? Is it Wroxham? No, it's not Wroxham Broad, it's not South Walsham, it's, oh, what is the name of it? It's just outside Wroxham, it's a big broad, I can't mind the name of it offhand, hold on a wee second, I'll have a very quick wee look. It's Sal House, that's it, Sal House. Now, I'm pretty sure that if I moor at Sal House, there's is it the Bird and Four Feathers pub, I think, is quite close, maybe about a 15-minute or so walk. I've never been there. I hear it's supposed to be okay, so maybe I could try that if I don't get in at Ramworth. The time is currently 25 to 1, 12:35. So I mean, it'll still be quite, it'll be early enough by the time I get to Ramworth. So I've still got time, you know. It's just a question of, do I really want to end my days this early? I have been ending my days this early because I've been starting my days very early. But do I really? I mean, this is what, day 6. I've only got one last full day, which is tomorrow. So do I really want to end my cruising day so early? You know, despite the wind, it is another beautiful, gorgeous day today. You know, the sun is shining and it's quite warm now. I've even, you know, got some sun cream back on. So yeah, I don't know. I think what I'll do is I'll go and have a wander down Ramworth. Have a look at Ranworth and see what's what. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We'll go and have a look at Ranworth. Oh god, I ramble so much rubbish sometimes, don't I? You know, it's just like verbal diarrhea. I just open my mouth and oh. Anyway, right, I'm going to end it here. Definitely this time, for sure. Okay, I've been at Acle. I am currently on the River Chet and I'm heading towards Ramworth. That's where I've been, that's where I am, and that's where I'm going. Right, so until I've got something else to update with you, I'll update you later. And until then, bye for now. Okay, just a wee update for you. We're back at Ramworth. Haha! And man, it's deserted. Absolutely not another hire craft here at all. We've only got one other private wee boat just tucked in the corner. I just decided to come down in here on the wee sort of offshoot because obviously the wind out on the main broad, you know I've been having problems with that. So the wind's coming in this sort of direction, so rather than stay out in the front and have my bow moving around, just tucked it in here, nice and sheltered and very, very calm. And it's lovely here, absolutely lovely, not a breath of wind, you know, in this wee section. So yeah, I've decided to come back in to Ranworth, and we're going to go and have another fantastic meal, I think, at the Maltsters. I did think about a Chinese. I toyed with the idea of a Chinese, quite fancied the idea of a Chinese, but to tell you the truth, I don't come down here nearly enough, and if I've got the chance to eat again at the Maltsters, we're eating again at the Maltsters. Lovely. So yes, it's been a wonderful long cruise once again. We were obviously up at 5 o'clock this morning to catch the low tide for the crossing over Breydon. Up the River Chet, across Breydon Water, Great Yarmouth, into the Bure. Quick stop up at Acle for a shower, freshen up and top up the water tanks, which I could have done here, but I didn't know if I was going to get in. But I've got full water tanks. Had a wee break, cup of coffee, continued up the Bure, turned left where you can go straight on to Portaheim, or turn left towards the River Ant and Horning and down here, and then just turned left again down the Ramworth Broad, and here we are. Fantastic. So yeah, it's been another long day. It's an early finish for today's cruise, but that's because it was an early start. So yeah, I might be, oh, what is the time? The time is, it's about 1:30. It's about 1:30. So yeah, it's an early finish to the day, but it has been an early start, and yeah, I'm looking forward to going to have and enjoy another good meal and a few beers, you know, because we enjoy having a few beers, don't we? Yes. So yes, well, once again, I don't know if that is going to be the end of day 6 of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 3, the search for beer, or if there will be a little something later on. I've not intended to do anything at night, but as I'm quite sure you might know by now, that I have actually been doing something a little at the end of every so yeah, there might be something later on, there might not, but if there isn't, I shall hopefully see you at day 7, the last full day. So tomorrow's destination is not entirely sure. It will either be Netteshead or Sutton Stave. I've never actually been to the Sutton Stave Hotel. I think that's what it's called. I think it's supposed to be quite good up there. I've always quite fancied that, but I've never been there. I have been to Netteshead, and we had a few drinks in the White Horse pub, and looked at the menu. The menu looked fantastic. I love the atmosphere of that place. So I might be tempted to go in there and try a little farewell dinner there tomorrow. But either way, we have to end up at that area tomorrow when we moor up, so that we can take the boat back first thing nice and early on Saturday morning. So yeah, no idea what we're going to do tomorrow or where we're going to go, but that is where we're needing to end up, on the top end of the River Ant. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm going to go and tidy myself up and get myself organised and go and have a beer and a bite to eat. Yeah, if I see you later, I'll speak to you later. If not, thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this rather long cruise this morning and the beautiful sunrise on the River Chet. And I will see you tomorrow on day 7 on the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 3. So yeah, until then, if you have been watching, thank you, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now. Good evening, people. How are we doing? Welcome back. How are you doing? Yeah, you didn't think I'd be away for very long, did you? Of course not. I had to come and say goodnight to my lovely little YouTubers. Right. Hi. How are you doing? The time is currently 7:15, so it's not very late. But it's late enough because I have been in the Maltsters. Yes, I have. I had a most glorious, wonderful dinner once again in the Maltsters. It was way too much. I had a couple of pints of that little Sharpie, which I must admit is a damn fine beer. You know, I really enjoy that little Sharpie, you know. But here's the thing, is that coming back to the boat after my dinner, guess what? Guess who I just happened to bump into? That's right, the Norfolk Broads #1 celebrity, the London Rascal himself. Yep, the London Rascal from the captain's blog, whom I mentioned earlier, is currently moored right beside me in Brink Serenade 1. It's maiden voyage with a hirer, and it's the captain, indeed. So I went up and we had a exchange a few words, and in order to thank him for his dedication to his blog and his wondrous well, what can I say, is it giving me the personal confidence to explore solo helming and boating per se, I went out and did the only thing a good Scotsman could do. That's right, I bought the guy a pint. Then it turned into a second pint. And then, well, let's just say, we enjoyed a few pints together. So yes, thank you, London Rascal. Your company was very much appreciated. It was great meeting up with you. And you know, I've got to say something. You're as nice in person as you are on YouTube. Definitely. It was a great honour to meet him. And if ever you should ever get the opportunity to pop by and say hello, shake the guy's hand and say how you doing, do so, because he's a good guy. He's got a lot of time and he'll answer any questions, definitely. So yes, needless to say, I've had oh, see, pointing at the ceiling there, you know. Needless to say, I've had a few beers, probably a few more beers than I had planned on having today, but what can I say, when you're in excellent company and enjoying a thoroughly good conversation about boating, hiring, life on the rivers, and just generally everything, it's time just flies by, and so does the beer. So yes, most enjoyable indeed. I just wanted to say thank you once again, London Rascal, for your company. Anyway, that's all I'm going to babble on about. I'm not going to ramble on for hours and hours tonight. I'm no idea what I'm doing tomorrow, other than the fact that I need to get up to the top of the River Ant, because obviously tomorrow is the last full day of the vlog. So we're going to just probably put the kettle on. I'm tempted to have another beer, but let's not do that. Although, to hell with it, why not? we'll open up another beer and put the kettle on. There we go. We don't need to make a decision. We'll have both. We'll have a cup of coffee and a beer as well. So yes, we're going to go away, get ourselves organised, settle down for the night. It's going to be an early night anyway, because I've obviously been up since 5 o'clock this morning. Had a few beers, so yeah, not going to be up to much tonight at all. So yeah, I just wanted to say hi. Thanks very much. That's all I've really been up to. I've no idea what I'm doing tomorrow, what time I'm starting tomorrow. Maybe, just maybe, if fortune favours, you know, I may get a long lie tomorrow and not set off at all until later on. It'll be a first, you know, but maybe I will have a long lie. Who knows? We'll wait and see. But until tomorrow, I shall see you at day 7 of the Great Norfolk Broads Adventure 3. But until then, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed yourself, and yeah, good night. See you tomorrow, folks. Bye for now.